But I think when you look at the foreign involvement in the Balkans over the last years, I think you see a quite clear change. Over the last 5 years, the United States actually virtually left the Balkans. No, since Obama is in power, they practically follow the EU on virtually all issues. And who is actually left as the leading foreign actor in the Balkans is actually, I think, Germany. When we look at the European Union and the countries who over the last decades have been playing a bigger role, Italy is caught up in its economic and now also quite clear political problems which it needs to sort out. France, we also don't really see a big interest at the moment for the Balkans. The United Kingdom says, yes, we are in favor of enlargement, but it's not a very proactive, and I don't know, the credibility of this position also, has its how should I say, its limits. If the United Kingdom is not able to formulate even the conditions for Western Balkan countries to be able to travel without visa to the UK, then, the credibility for this, yes, we're in favor of enlargement position, doesn't go too far, I think. Then we have the regional players where, countries like Greece clearly have now very, very difficult other problems to deal with. And this essentially, I think, in the European Union leaves Germany, along with a few others who have an interest in the region, like the Swedes. I think Germany is not against enlargement, but I think they are very tough on conditions. They are very strict, like sort of the Netherlands. I think what we see, I think it's not actually very surprising that Germany is sort of leading the European policy in the Balkans now, in a sense, and they've been pro-enlargement during the last enlargement rounds, if we all remember. The problem now, in a way, is that Germany is leading on most important issues in the European Union now. Just think about the economic and the financial issues. So they're a bit overwhelmed, and so many different issues and challenges are on their table. So I think the standards are very high now for the Balkans. Just recently, the Städtebund, the association of cities in Germany, has presented a report where it says, so many Romanians and in particular Bulgarians, have been coming to Germany raising concern. Now, there's of course Greece, which is a major concern, and the feeling we get is that in the foreign ministry and even more in the chancellery, the sense there among decision makers is, the Balkans really have to prove that there are no problems, if they want to actually move ahead. Yes, I think definitely. I think Germany would not have nothing against if something moves on this. And I think it was sort of also, saying, okay, he's coming, he's, trying to talk to everyone involved. And I think clearly it has to be seen as a point that Germany in principle, would, I think, be happy if Macedonia moved forward. But I think what is also quite clear, the notion that Germany, comes and will sort out the problems of the Balkans for the Balkans, I think that's rather illusionary. I would not expect too much in this direction. I think the Germans are actually committed, and they are how should I say, they are fundamentally or essentially they are for enlargement, but I think they don't believe in shortcuts. They don't offer any presents. They will be very, very demanding. And I think the Commission has made really kind of a strong effort now. And I think the Germans support. But I think now with the inner political dynamics since the end of last year in Macedonia, I think there has been a certain, how should I say, frustration among those people who have been pushing now over the last months in the Commission. And I think it's for Macedonia to resolve this first. And I think that the problem we see there is that the time horizon is quickly narrowing down. I think we have actually, if this is not resolved until summer, I think it won't be resolved until the end of 2014, the earliest. Until summer we have, and then we have basically the election campaign in Germany coming up. We have then next year elections for the European Parliament. There will be a new commission to be set up. We all know that this takes time, all these negotiations. Until then, a new commissioner is there to see what is going to happen with Lady Ashton, and so there is a time opportunity now, but it's not very long. It's, I think, essentially until summer, and I think that the ball is quite clearly in Macedonia's court. In the sense, I think both Cathy Ashton, who has been, supportive. You have the Commission, with Commissioner Füle and the General Directorate for Enlargement, who are very, very kind of active on this issue, on actually resolving Macedonia's deadlock and bringing them on the path towards starting negotiations. And I think this opportunity is there until the summer. And if it's not seized by then, I think then we will see at least 1.5 years of further stagnation, which I think would be highly undesirably. But I mean, to manage to tackle this issue until summer requires then, of course, quite some political risk-taking in Skopje as well.